come for a day trip to the town of Tskaltubo. It's quite an unusual place, isn't it, I think? It's one of the more unusual places we've come to. It's especially known for its Soviet spas that it had in kind of from the 1950s, kind of all the way to the end of the Soviet Union, where they were called sanatoriums, but basically they were health spas for people to come to. But then since the end of the Soviet Union, the whole kind of town's been, forgotten, yeah. So the people still live here, but many of the sanatoriums have been completely abandoned and just lain kind of to waste now. So we've been here a whole 10 minutes, and we've already met one of the lovely locals, Vladimiric, who's got a really old Lada car, and he made sure, we saw inside the boot and we saw inside the front, and it was very nice of him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was very happy to show us.
He was.
He saw me looking.
Come over. So after seeing Vladimiric's car, we're going to go and look for the first abandoned sanatorium to go and have a look around. So here it is. This is our first view of Sanatorium Wawira. Let's see if we can find a way in even. I was hoping for a bit of an adventure to come in. Maybe we'd have to crawl under or over something, but it's all just open there. Don't know how much we're supposed to be in here. There's a lorry over there, so we might have to sneak a bit. Back in the day, especially in the 70s, I think, these places have hundreds and thousands of visitors every year, so they had to be massive. Here we go. Our first sanatorium. And for the holes. I'm here. Are you doing this on purpose? You're doing that on purpose. So here we go. We've got the main entrance. Kissing you is my main aim. There we go. So you can imagine people coming up here and seeing this. Wow, just look at it. It's amazing. It's all this kind of beautiful work around here. I'm guessing then this would have had some kind of like glass ceiling or something, right? Yeah. I guess you could see from the top down. Kind of people. Are they okay? Oh, this is a lift shaft. First experience of sneaking around an abandoned sanatorium.
Soviet sanatorium.
A Soviet sanatorium.
This is cool to see, like, how far it's come. How far it's degraded.
It really has. That was amazing, yes. I think because most of us probably think, only of us who didn't live in, like, the USSR. Probably does imagine, it was all gloom and murder and stuff, which there was a lot of. Obviously there's a lot of people having a lot of relaxing weekends and, getting away and going to the hot pools and all of that. There's a bit of a rush as well. As soon as we realised there were work people in there, I just kind of thought, you don't want to get caught, we want to sneak around, and I got a bit of an adrenaline boost.
Like Lara Croft.
A little bit like Lara Croft. This is the 6th time or 7th time in 3.5 weeks that we've sat down with some strangers and drank their wine and their homemade cha-cha. Those guys down there, they saw us walking past, waved us over, poured us wine and cha-cha. Did some toasts. We're both full of wine and cha-cha now. It just goes to show over and over and over again how nice and friendly Georgians are.
Part of the friendliest people we've ever met.
Because they don't know when we're walking past whether we're strangers, whether we're Georgians.
Come join.
I think if you don't allow yourself to be stopped in Georgia, you're kind of missing out on just, being with people and meeting people hanging out, getting to know people. And it's part of the culture, I think, just, welcoming any guests. Maybe we'll be allowed inside to have a look, but it is still working. People still use it as a bathhouse at the moment. So this lady is going to go and show us the room that Stalin used to bathe in. Thank you. We found another abandoned looking building. This one looks very different, doesn't it? It's all like round and low and
flat, and
it just looks like one room. Well, we'll see, I guess. This is a bit different.
yeah, that's one. Wow.
Ah. So, from what we know, these are all like individual baths. So one person would sit in one of these squares, and then I guess like the hot water came from in there.
Yeah, I imagine it's like bubbling in there and
Filtering in here. There we go. Yeah, because there were walls here.
yeah, they've all got the same with the deer and the bird.
Yeah.
All around it.
They've knocked the walls down, but you could just see there were proper walls, and this is a doorway here.
Drainage, like in each little tub thing.
Yeah. I guess maybe when you finished you'd empty your bath.
I imagine it's like a cycle.
Maybe. Maybe. Filtered and cleaned as it goes.
So there's a few sanatoriums and hotels, former sanatoriums, former hotels, that have Georgian people who live there, who used to live in Abkhazia. Since the breakup of the Soviet Union, they've been moved there.
Well, they become refugees basically in their own country.
Internal refugees, I think they're called. And there's a few places around here where they've been moved to.
This might be it.
It might be. So we'll have a look.
But we just need to be respectful of the fact that people live in these places. So at some point during the conflict, the Georgian government promised them homes.
And they were moved here like temporarily, but
But
nothing's happened since.
yeah, none of these homes have actually become a thing yet. Hours after we went into that building, we're out, and we spent about an hour sitting with Daria and her friends, and they were feeding us more chacha, homemade chacha, and just coffee and stuff. And we sat and chatted with them for a little while, and they told us about their lives in Abkhazia.
Русский народ неплохой.
Да.
Русский народ. Политика ихняя нехорошая.
Yeah, so
The politics
people are nice, so it's the politics. The nation of people, they're fine.
Yeah, people are kind, but the governments aren't.
Люди хорошие.
Политика ихняя нехорошая. Везде
Just
можно.
for zero problems with no visas, no passport, nothing. They can just go wherever they want.
Easy.
Паспорт, визу. Виза не надо. Без 3 месяца. 3 месяца можем.
Easy.
Можно 3 месяца там, потом приехать. Еще здесь 3 месяца, потом еще 3 месяца.
Could they work in there?
No, they could go 3 months somewhere, come back for 3 months, go back out for 3 months. A można było pracować tam, można robotać.
Работа можно, 3 месяца можно.
Nie, no, cicho. Okej. And then we kind of wandered down, further down, and we met a really, really lovely family, young family.
Yeah. With 3 kids.
3 kids, all teenagers. His father and his wife's parents, his wife's mum, they all live there as well together. And they invited us in for coffee, we sat with them, and then Danny ended up playing Pro Evo.
Losing on penalties twice.
Losing, yeah.
Like English should.
With the dad and the youngest son. Gamar joba. Gamar joba.
Typical, this is typical.
Ja знаю, что вы не увидели.
Gamar joba. Gamar joba, bardzo miło. But now we're back in the park, and we're on the hunt for 2 more sanatoriums, which we saw this morning from the bus. This is so nice. This is such a nice park. Danny's on that motorbike with that man. We literally just walked past the man, didn't even really look at him or anything, and he called out to us and said, "Do you want to go?" Well, I'm guessing that's what he said. And we stopped and said hello to him. And we're like, "Us on there?" He's like, "Yeah." And then him and Danny got on, and now I'm walking in the park by myself. That man's just stolen my husband. I can't even see them, I can't even hear the motorbike. I don't know if I should wait here or follow them, or is he going to come back this way? I don't know. Oh wait, I can see them. I can see them. We're going to try and find a way in. No? Wow. Ooh. It's like they were gonna start doing it up and then stopped. All these walls, they're new. The ceiling's new. Making our way back to Kutaisi. We're just going to head over there to that old hotel, just have a little look from the outside. So the writing is the name of the hotel, and it's Hotel Sakartvelo, and Sakartvelo is the Georgian name for Georgia. And with that, We're back on the marshutka. We're making our way back to Kutaisi. I've had a really good day. It's been really unexpected, but in such a nice way.
TBC.
Yeah, TBC.
Are you driving it?
Yeah, I was driving that.